my dear Cancer. This is a love reading for you, where the person most on your mind will have their true thoughts and feelings revealed by me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We will also look into what they would tell you if they had the guts to tell you the truth with my deck, the Brutally Honest Oracle cards. And as an extended member to the channel, you can get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check this out through the join button, or follow the link in the description box to learn more. This reading will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And for Cancer, this will be a reading about what the person most on your mind are feeling for you and where their thoughts are at when it comes to you. Can often be a conflict between head and heart, and this will be revealed here together with the most likely action they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. For a cross-watcher, this reading will most likely be about where the Cancer person's thoughts and feelings are at. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe, and I usually read for the empath side of the story. Also remember that the other person holds your shadow that you mirror out to the world so you can be able to see it. In the end, you need to use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And for the readings part, I will use the Light SEER'S Tarot with Chris Ann. Okay. When I open your deck here, I see Four of Cups together with the Queen of Cups. So I can't help noticing that your person is missing you and feeling bored when they are not together with you. Okay. So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we see the Ace of Wands. So they have a spiritual inspiration to seek you out. Their soul wants to seek you out. It's their soul that's longing for you. I call the Four Archangels in the four corners of the world. And we have the Page of Pentacles here. So I can feel into this, that this person feel a little bit inferior to you. What do I have to offer this person? What do I have that they would even need? So feeling kind of insignificant in comparison to you. And I call the 6 elements. And here we have a Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. I think this person haven't been able to discover their own depths just yet. And maybe they need more life experience to do that. So it's almost like this is you and this is them. This is who they could be or who they are without knowing it. But because of this lack of self-esteem or believe in oneself, I'm feeling almost like a drift apart like this. Okay. 6 elements. Earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. Also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. I will tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and their true thoughts and feelings for you. This is the most likely action that the person will take when it comes to you and your relationship. And this is on their feeling level, and this is on their mind's level. And we have Death and Rebirth. This card often comes together with the Ace of Pentacles or Page of Pentacles. So we can see that this person has come to a point where they need to go through a transformation to understand more about themselves. It has come to a point that they can't continue in the way that they did before, looking at themselves from this limited point of view, not seeing their own importance and significance. They might see their own importance and significance, but it would be in areas where you can perform, so competing, being the strongest, the fastest, or something like that. I feel that this person doesn't have the self-esteem to appreciate that they are good just by being alive, just by existing. They are fine, they are perfect. So this person doesn't have this kind of knowledge, but the divine wants them to have it. So they're going through some kind of mind's transformation. And death, of course, also might show that your relationship has broken apart in some way. And here we have the Seven of Cups. This person doesn't know themselves emotionally. They haven't stopped to figure out who they are and why they feel in certain ways. They have just stumbled through life, maybe in great haste, trying to live up to other people's expectations, their own hopes and dreams, without really figuring out, okay, so who am I and why do I want these things and what am I doing here? So as a person, we would say that this person doesn't have any depths. If we will meet them, we will just think that they are all about fun and play and doesn't want to take responsibility. But there are, of course, depth to them. They're just kind of scared of it or haven't investigated it. And here's the actions, and we have a Five of Swords. So due to this person not feeling good enough, they feel again, what do I have to offer this person? What can I give them that they don't get like better somewhere else? And what am I even doing here? What am I even trying? Why am I not already? Why haven't I given up already? So the person doesn't have much hope, and they don't see their life in the best light. They don't have high thoughts about themselves. I don't know if you can hear, but it's like a lot of aeroplanes, like the ones that it's not big aeroplanes, it's people having fun in small aeroplanes. Okay, so on a mind's level, Five of Cups. We have death there, Five of Cups, Three of Cups. I'm feeling they are, if you have been broken up through the death we saw, they are sad about it, and they are missing you. They miss the days that they had with you. And Wheel of Fortune. They might be trying out things to kind of numb the pain. We have dices here, and this might be a party. I feel they want to replace you with something else that feels as fun, but it's artificial. It doesn't really make for what they want. What I see on a deeper level is a spiritual connection where you probably have lived together with each other before, and you weren't able to solve this then either, but there's a very deep love here. Okay, and with love I mean it's a lot of water that has been underneath the bridge, or you have lived many lifetimes together, so there's a significant amount of memories that you share also when it comes to past lives. And here we have a Four of Swords. So basically I'm seeing the person partying, gambling, sleeping. It's much like a person that's trying to get over a heartbreak. Here we have a Page of Cups. So I feel that this is like the morning breeze, or the first sign of spring is coming, or the certain smell in the air of flowers or something else. Yummy, sweet. So there's something coming here. I'm not sure exactly what it is just yet, but I'm thinking the person is going through a rough patch where they're just trying to keep themselves alive, basically, and they're trying to keep themselves at a good mood, but the pain of it all will, of course, catch up with them, and they're trying to replace the pain with party and drinks, or maybe dating, or I don't know, traveling. It can be things like fun things that people will think will patch up their broken heart here. But in the end, it will catch up with them, and they will have to do this kind of digesting what has happened, and cry their tears, and do that stuff. And that's when we feel this. So here comes some kind of hope, some kind of fragrance. So it might be that this person will, in the end of this session, or what this session is mirroring, the timeline here, they will have an epiphany. That's an emotional epiphany, something that will make them realize what really makes them happy. And here is them on an emotional level, and we can see more of the partying, dancing, traveling kind of energy, just trying to mask the death and Five of Cups kind of pain here. And the Six of Wands. So it's very likely that this person is seeking attention from other people, or trying to see if they're doable on the lovers market, for example. See if they are attractive, if other people would want them. So they're probably trying out for that, like putting themselves on the market and seeing if what kind of interest they will get back. And here we have an Eight of Wands, and it comes with a wheel here, both the wheel, the 10 wheel, and the Eight of Wands. 8 is eternity symbol. This is like a spiral where we go through our karma again and again and again until we have learned it all. And the Eight of Wands is much the same thing. It's a little bit more like in our control, how we apply ourselves and do the work. This is more like the divine is throwing us into a situation, and this is how we deal. So I don't know exactly how they deal with it here with the Eight of Wands. I need to see the next card. Okay, Page of Swords. So this is showing them getting epiphanies that has to do with their patterns and things that they have done to put themselves in this miserable place in the first place, and what they are usually doing to make themselves feel better, and if this is a good or bad for them. So it's almost like they're reliving this part of their life, or doing this kind of karmic dance again, to get some kind of epiphany that probably with the Four of Swords, the Page of Swords here, they will find the epiphany that you can't patch up a wound with fun and laughter. It doesn't help. If you have, let's say you got a skull fracture falling down a cliff, it's not going to help to go out partying and drinking and forgetting about the skull fracture. It's still going to be like your skull is still fractured. It's just going to hurt even more, and you're in danger of even like dying if you don't take care of yourself. So there's something happening here with the person. They realizes something, and here Hangman. So that's the end of the partying. That's the end of trying to fix things with just having fun, or trying to maybe replace you with another person. And here real growth can happen. 12 Hangman, 13 Death, and this Page of Cups. This shows a phase where a person is going through, it can be their adolescence or a midlife crisis, something where the person is growing. They're going through a maturity phase. They will not be the same after as they were before. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with them here. It's a little bit up in the air, as we can see with both of these. I didn't reflect over that. So it's a little bit up in the air, but I think this will be positive for this person. So even this thing is positive because they're doing the same thing that they always do, and it gives them an epiphany. And maybe it doesn't work. So here they were just, okay, so what's next? What's next for me? What I'm going to do next? How am I going to restore my self-confidence? High Priestess, Two of Swords. You might have put some kind of boundary for them or their behavior in some way. and told them no, and then they said, oh, then I choose something else. I choose someone else if you say no to me. And then they try, and they see that they get an epiphany. I would want to know what kind of epiphany it is that they are getting there. I wanted to aim for something better for myself, and then they end up with a hangman, so they're not getting there. And so that was kind of obvious. They tried to replace you or find something better for them, so for themselves, someone maybe that they could parade in front of you. And we have all the time in the world, not enough feelings to continue this relationship. I think they realized that when they try to make themselves happy with different things, different people, it doesn't give them the kind of high or the kind of emotion that they were after, okay? But they also say we have all the time in the world. That means that they probably would be able to get this feeling with you that they are seeking after, but they can't be there to retrieve it from you just about now, because they need to go through this transformation. So they just realize that they try to just replace you with someone else, but they don't get, like, these people doesn't mean anything for them. And they can't really go back to you either, because I think you have put some kind of boundary here for them. So they say we have all the time in the world. That's also them kind of taking you for granted again. I think they did it in the past, and here they're doing it again. So they are kind of downplaying your importance in their life, so that they won't feel the pain of loss. And that's also why they are, even if they here feel the spring emotion, I felt that it was in a relationship to you, but I didn't want to say it before I saw some proof. But here I'm seeing they know this, but they're not, they know this, but they're not acting upon it. And they say we have all the time in the world. So I think they're postponing something they are scared of. And this is what they always do. That's why it always ends up like this. Because even if they would find a person of importance here, they would do the same thing towards them. They want to aim for something better. They say, I don't have enough emotions. We have all the time in the world. They're downplaying the importance of other people in their life. And in the same time, they're using them a little bit as food or sustenance. Like a drug addict would use alcohol or different prescription drugs or other drugs, but they're still not like honoring the drug or trying to aim to get that kind of feeling inside themselves and in their life without just the drug. Like, you can have deeper things, deeper meaning, deeper relationship in your life that can give you what you're really seeking for. But this is, the person is scared of this. They don't want to get anywhere near this. Okay. And this is the most likely action, and we have Knight of Swords. So here I'm just seeing them kind of running away from the pain that's caused by, I think you have put the boundary and the relationship ended. So they just say, okay, so I'm not going to cry over spilled milk here. I'm going to aim for something better for myself. Probably there was not enough feelings here, so this person said no to me, but I will find other people that will appreciate me and celebrate me. It will be no problem because I'm such a prize. And here we have the Fool. So the divine is man plans and God loves. And Three of Swords. So in some way they are going to wake up and see things clearly. Three of Swords, Four of Swords. Here we have this eternity thing that they do, and here it's like, I see, I get it. Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Three of Swords. You might be dealing with a fire sign, an air sign, or maybe another water sign. It might be a Libra energy here. We have Scorpio as well. Sagittarius, Gemini. Okay. So I'm actually seeing them hurting, and this is them and you. it's really them as well, this, but in this context, reading this way, I'm seeing this is them, this is you. They realize they are heartbroken, but they don't want to give you the win here for some reason, and that keeps them hanging. So they probably want to be celebrated. They don't want people putting boundaries towards them. Maybe they're like a little kid want to do whatever they like. If they want to do it, they should be able to do it. No one should say no to them. No one should put boundaries towards them. Then they will find something else or someone else, and that's why they stubbornly can't admit to how they really feel heartbroken, and that you are their spring here. And 3 of Wands. They maybe need to study this a little bit further before they know what they actually truly want. And even then, I'm feeling some hesitation here. 12, 1 + 2, 3. 3, this is usually a card of moving forward and going after what you want. And what they want is clearly the connection that they had with you. This is Cancer energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Sagittarius. And here they know they want that, but again, they can't give you the win. And 8 of Pentacles. So I think we are going to go with this. We have all the time in the world. So the person needs to study, okay? They need to learn this, not the hard way, but it might take a little bit of time. Again and again, they will try to figure this out, come to the same conclusion, not liking the conclusion, because that means they need to give you the win. So they will start over, come to the same conclusion, and not liking the conclusion because they don't want to give you the win, starting over. So you get what I'm saying here. They are wasting a lot of time. But the divine says they are doing the best they can, okay? So it's not them being stupid or slow or anything. They're just, this is where they are at with their soul, or this soul in this body, that they are incredibly stubborn. They want to be celebrated. They don't want to give other people the win. So they can't, magically be someone else. And I guess you love them for who they are, even if they are kind of impossible a little bit. But this is where their soul are at. We can't, do magic on them and they will suddenly be another person. This is what they are doing. 8, 8, and the wheel shows this karma that this person actually, they need to get that eureka moment, enough time to actually realize, okay, so now I have come to the same conclusion 10,000 times. And it doesn't change. So what's left? It's to not being stubborn and admit I was wrong and ask for forgiveness. And I don't want to do that, but I will have to do that. And that will be the point when this person magically evolves to the next stage. How they were before will not be how they are afterwards. Because before they had a hard time saying that they are sorry, admitting to having any flaws, or because they all wanted to be celebrated. They wanted to have clear access to whatever they wanted. No one should say no to them. No one should have any demands on them. But agreeing to that they were at fault means that they need to start to compromise. And that's probably what they have a hard time doing. They want you, but they don't want to compromise with you. And before they couldn't compromise, afterwards they will be able to compromise. Maybe at that point you are already, long gone, tired of this BS. But they still will learn the thing that they need to learn. And they will maybe do it to even greater disappointment, realizing that they wasted a lot of time just because they wanted to be celebrated, didn't want to put in the work. And now they ended up putting in a lot of work and didn't get like the good outcome. So that might be an even greater lesson for them. Don't waste a lot of time. So that's probably also something that they need to learn. And this is you. I'm scared of showing vulnerability. I don't think you want to show vulnerability to this person anymore because they always take the win. It's not a win-win situation like the one that you have asked for. It's something else. It's this person just celebrating themselves. So it's it's not strange that you don't want to show vulnerability towards a person that would just say, aha, I knew, everyone loves me because I'm so great. So that's not really how they feel in the depths of it. Then they are worthless, but it's a cover-up. And you had to be brutally honest. So again, you told them that you are such a this and this, and I'm so sick and tired, and I can't stand it anymore. And yeah. And here we have a little bit of your problem. It was important for me to be the provider. It means that it was okay for you to be the bigger person, to be the more mature person, and to deal with the person that have like a little bit, in a way, cute narcissistic tendencies. It's the situation we laugh at with a person that looks themselves in the mirror and is mesmerized. So we realize that this is not a very developed person, and they are fun to look at. And for you, this was a little bit cute. Probably you didn't feel too threatened by this person, because if you would have chosen a more mature friend, partner, whatever this is, you would have been on equal terms. And that was probably scary for you. You wanted to be the one in control, so you sought out this kind of partner that is very undeveloped, because being with someone that was developed would probably have put more demands on you to be a good person as well, or to maybe you would have gotten nervous and feel like you couldn't live up to the other person's expectations. So you took someone that you felt was easy because they didn't have much demands, because they were very immature. But you feel them even when we are miles apart. And it's the Three of Cups card. I think we have these special people in our life that means a lot to us, even if they are a little bit like the Fool. But these people, we have had so much happening between us and them. So it's not something we can overlook. So one last card for this. I have a lot of insecurities. Well, we already knew that, but that's the bottom root of the problem. They have a lot of insecurities, so they need to be celebrated by everyone and go and seek attention all the time, or find things to love about themselves when looking in the mirror. It just shows immaturity, and it's not their fault. It's just where they are at in their development. We can't be what we haven't become just yet. Okay, so this is what the divine says about this relationship. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So this is what you need to do now, and you have already done it with these cards here. You took back control over your life, but that also meant that you put demands on a person that would make the buckaroo, because they didn't want to have like any demands on them. They wanted to be able to, maybe I choose this or that or that. I haven't made up my mind. Can't make up my mind. Maybe there comes something better along, because they need the universe to prove to them that they are worthy by sending them always the best and no challenges. And I also got this card. We have give your relationship a chance, and in the bottom it's new love. So I'm thinking there's two roads for you. First is to free yourself. Let this person, have their boring life going on for them here until they can figure out their little thing here that they were supposed to figure out. And you can focus on yourself, freeing yourself, making yourself strong and competent and living the best life possible. And either this person will come back in time, because they are still the person most on your mind, so I guess you would want them to come back, and you would work on your partnership, or they will be too late and you will be sent a new love if they try to take all the time in the world here. We can see it's very positive energy, so the divine has hope. It's just that they have also a backup plan for you if that hope doesn't fall through, because that destiny isn't being or happening, because they want this to happen, but they also want you to have you know, your growth opportunities, and your best growth opportunities would be kind of wasted if you just have to wait your whole life for this person. So loyalty, and I think you sometimes have it to a flaw, but this with you putting the boundaries with the Justice and High Priestess, 11-2, which is 2-2, and here we have 3-3, was the starting point of you also starting to become loyal towards yourself. You have chosen the symbol of loyalty, and this means you are being called to stand up for who and what you believe in. Do you know the story of the beautiful red vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? Loyalty is tested at times, and you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person, a cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe in and be loyal only to what is true and good. And sometimes what's true and good has been in front of you all along, and that's you. I think you have a very good sense of moral and a very great connection with the universe, but I also think you have second-guessed yourself a lot, and you kind of let this this organized energy call the shots, and that made you end up where you are right now. But at least you saw this at some point, and you started to free yourselves, which I'm very grateful for. So this is a little bit of a test. What's the loyalty? Are you supposed to stay with this person and wait for them against all odds? Or are you supposed to be loyal to yourself? I'm not going to reveal because frankly I do not know. I just know that this is a test and that you need to be faithful to your inner voice when it comes to this, and to start to see the patterns in your life and how they are being repeated. I can tell for myself, I had a friend that was like this exciting person. They put a lot of interesting things into my life, and I felt very exhilarated whenever they came and visit. But this person turned out to be a little bit on a tad manipulative, and maybe not, it wasn't the most equal relationship. And after a while I got tired of this, and I said no a lot of times until I stopped answer this person. And then a year went by, and suddenly I saw that this person had tried to reach out for me, and I got really happy when I saw it, because I felt, well, time has passed by, I can forgive them now. But to my surprise, they have written a very nasty thing to me, and also they ended it with that they weren't angry and they really loved me, but they said all these nasty things, which made me realize that my loyalty was right from the start to be towards myself, and that I was entitled to say no and keep this person out of my life. So it's not always what we think. I always think that the best thing is to forgive and turn the other cheek. But in this case, I needed to realize, no, that would be kind of insane. So I'm just saying this because I feel that maybe you are in the same position with how you are thinking, that you think that the best thing is to forgive, and sometimes it's not. And at least the person need to have changed. Like, they need to have gone through this if you are to forgive them. You can't forgive them when they are here and just seeking your attention and just want to manipulate you and hurt you because they feel hurt. Then that's not going to help anyone. So I would urge you to watch it. What do they want to happen between you two, to get more information about this situation, or the love reading for May that will show both of your opinions. You can also watch the true thoughts and feelings from the previous month, which will be the energy right now. This reading is often a prediction for the future to make you prepared, and you will see the options as on the close-up screen, you will see all these readings, and they are easily accessible. And also, as an extended member to my channel, you can get all the channel's readings ahead of time and with no ads. And I'm also doing spiritual growth reading for all the members to my channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and check out the different levels through the join button, or follow the link in the description box to learn more. Sending you all my love and blessings. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye bye.